this is Stephanie Manley with Copycat.com. Today we are making another roast beef. This is a lean roast beef. Today I'm using a sirloin roast. They often go on sale during the summer. So I picked one up and here we go. So again, this is a very lean roast and we're going to prepare it very, very simply. We're going to put lots of salt and pepper on it because unless if you're gonna spend a good 24, 36 hours actually marinating the meat, the flavor's not gonna penetrate all the way through. So salt and pepper works brilliantly. We're also going to dry roast this, so I'm not going to soak it in a broth or anything like that. And because I'm using a dry roast technique, I'm using just a regular baking sheet. It's a cookie sheet with a rack, so all the heat can come all the way through and this will cook perfectly. So we're gonna go ahead and preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Again, this is a sirloin roast. This was a choice cut of meat, so it has some marbling in it. Meat comes in 3 different grades. Prime, which is normally we can't afford and it's a very rare type of meat. Choice and select. I love to go with choice whenever my grocery store has it. I think they're a little bit more flavorful, but select works just as well. The first thing we're gonna do to get this ready, we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of oil on top of this. And then we're gonna salt and pepper it liberally. Again, because that's about all you can do at this point. And again, you wanna do this very liberally because you want flavor to be in every bite. Now I know some people think that you shouldn't salt the roast when cooking it, but many of the textbook chefs use when they're learning to cook have you salting the meat. So I'm gonna go with that. All right, so I'm gonna flip it over. Again, just lots of salt and pepper. Putting a little bit of oil on here so it'll stick. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and go over to the stove top and we're gonna go ahead and sear this and get this nice and brown. We're gonna pop it in the oven. Okay, so now we're ready to go ahead and sear the meat here. Now I'm using canola oil with a little bit of olive oil mixed in. And this pan is very, very hot. So when I set this roast down, it's going to sputter and make a lot of noise, but you want to get the whole roast completely browned. That's where the flavor is in this browning part. So you want to brown it enough to where the meat no longer sticks to the pan. So we're going to take a few minutes to go ahead and brown this roast on all sides. So we're gonna have to flip it at least 4, possibly 6 times to get it all nice and crusted. That's where all your flavor is going to come from. So now we're gonna sear this roast. So now we have our roast browned on all sides. You can see it's nice and brown. That's where all of our flavor is gonna come from. I'm gonna put this in a 350 degree oven. Now a good rule of thumb is that it takes about 25 minutes per pound of roast, but you really need to use a meat thermometer if you have one. This is your best guide to when your meat is done. So we're gonna check this in a couple of hours and see where we're at. Now down in the description box, I'm gonna have a link for you so you know what temperature to cook your roast to get it to your preferred level of doneness. So we're gonna put this in the oven and we'll come back when we're ready to measure its temperature. So our roast has come out of the oven a few minutes ago. I just went ahead and put a piece of foil over this, but I wanted to show you that we went ahead and used a thermometer, a meat thermometer, to make sure that we had it at just the right temperature. So after this rests for another couple more minutes, we can go ahead and slice this up and enjoy this roast beef. So you can see it's very easy to make a lean roast beef. It took no time at all to prepare this. It took a little bit longer to cook it, but you can see it's very easy to make roast. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I have another video if you'd like to know how to make a prime rib roast. That video is right here, and you can be sure to watch that video next. I appreciate you watching, and drop me a comment down below of what recipe you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching.